You've probably seen the pitch. Platforms like Outlier and MicroOne allow anyone with a laptop to train artificial intelligence models for a paycheck. It is a global marketplace built for speed, where a single conversational assessment can grant instant access to a remote career. At first, the system works. You take the assessments, get accepted into the talent pool, and start completing tasks. The dashboard updates, and the money moves directly into your account. Then you wake up one morning and log in. But instead of your daily assignments, the dashboard is empty, just an endlessly spinning loading symbol, no matter how many times you refresh the page. Your internet is fine, and the platform hasn't run out of work. You have encountered the hidden, mechanical reality of algorithmic management. There is no HR meeting. Nobody sends you a termination email. A human didn't lay you off. You were benched by a machine. Workers call this the empty queue, or the limbo. You are technically still in the talent pool, but you have been permanently sidelined without a single notification. This digital purgatory is the result of a mismatch. Your natural human communication has collided with a set of hidden technical parameters that don't allow for the messiness of real-life conversation. When people talk to each other, we use emotion and nuance, but an artificial intelligence evaluator operates strictly on data points. It does not hear your personality. It only reads a transcription. Think of the algorithm as a highly focused digital highlighter. It ignores your jokes and your tone. As it turns your voice into text, it only highlights concrete facts, specific tools, and measurable actions. This creates a metric called semantic density. If you provide casual conversational answers, the system sees a transcript with massive empty spaces between the useful data. This low density flags you as an inefficient worker and triggers an automatic removal. When a machine grades your labor, treating the software like an empathetic human employer is a mistake that leads to an immediate penalty. To the algorithm, your speech is either signal or noise. The noise includes your filler words and your personal opinions. The machine discards all of that to capture the signal, the gold nuggets of hard facts and strong action verbs. If you skip a step in your explanation, assuming the machine understands the context, you create a logic gap. A human listener might fill in the blanks, but the software simply registers a missing piece of evidence. These platforms use chain-of-thought processing, which requires explicit syntactical joints. Words like because, therefore, and assuming act as the glue that physically connects your ideas, so the algorithm can follow your reasoning. Missing these logical connectors doesn't just make you look unpolished, it mathematically forces the system to fail your assessment. Complex problem solving is often quiet. When humans try to solve a difficult math problem or recall a specific line of code, we look away from the screen and go completely silent to think. This behavior triggers the silence trap. The platform's voice activity detection monitors your microphone for sound. If it hears dead air while you think, it assumes you have finished your task or simply cannot answer. To survive, workers use a speak-to-pause tactic. They narrate their internal thought process out loud, saying things like, "Let me take a second to structure my approach," solely to keep the microphone active. An algorithm only processes audio input. A moment of quiet reflection is processed as a zero-score failure, dumping the worker straight into the empty queue. Surviving these platforms requires you to strip away your messy, natural communication style. You must adopt rigid logical frameworks like the STAR method: situation, task, action, result. This formats your human experience into a data structure the machine can easily parse. With every task submitted, the AI recalculates your match score based on this formatting compliance. That number determines whether you stay active or go dormant. In this environment, you aren't being evaluated purely on your raw intelligence. You are being judged on your ability to format your own mind to mimic the algorithm. The empty queue is expanding beyond a few freelance platforms. Automated performance management is now the standard architecture for corporate evaluation, replacing human judgment entirely. The consequence of failure is no longer a conversation with a boss or an HR meeting. It is a quiet, endless loading screen. To stay active, you must learn to think exactly like the machine, or be